Hello, welcome back. My name's Kit. This is a second video about sleep. Last week I made one about 7 tips and this is the 7 more tips. So after this video, if you haven't seen the other one, go back and click on the other video about 7 tips that I've already said. There's 7 more tips. So I know a lot of my friends have told me that, during this time, just working from home and different routines and different patterns, that a lot of people have been finding it hard to get into a good routine of sleep. So I thought I'd make this video to help people. So hopefully this will help you. So this is a 7 more tips. Okay, the first tip for me is no caffeine after noon. So I'm very sensitive to caffeine, and so I do not drink any tea, limit chocolate. I don't really drink coffee anyway. So cut out caffeine altogether, preferably after 12 p.m. because caffeine actually has a half-life of 5 to 7 hours. So it takes about 5 to 7 hours for it to break down by 50%. And what happens is, because of caffeine, it actually stops a chemical in our brain called adenosine binding to the receptor. When the adenosine binds to its receptor, it actually makes us feel tired and drowsy. But when there's caffeine around, the caffeine blocks this receptor. It blocks the adenosine from attaching to the receptor, and then it kind of prevents us from feeling that sleepiness. So when the caffeine concentration in our body drops, we've got all of this adenosine that's been building up and being made, we suddenly get this huge hit of drowsiness. That's how it works. So no caffeine after noon. Okay, tip number 2, it got to do with eating and drinking. So I do not eat and I do not drink after 7 p.m. because my aim is to go to bed at 9 p.m. So I want to give myself a 2-hour gap where there's no eating and no drinking, and the only thing I have between 7 p.m. onwards is just water. So no eating and no drinking after 7 for me. So give yourself a 2-hour gap before bedtime when you're not eating or drinking, but just having water only. Tip number 3. This is a bit of a luxury for me. I know that not everyone can do this, but use your bedroom for only sleep. I know some people find it hard and they don't have the space, in their house to do, so they might have to put their office or their desk. But if you can, keep your bedroom just for sleep alone. And if you have to put your office or your desk or your work desk in your bedroom, then somehow maybe, I don't know, at the end of the day, put a quilt cover over it to kind of say, that's closed, that's finished, to kind of get your body into that routine that this is actually bedtime. Okay, tip number 4, I do not exercise at night. No, that's bad. Because I know that I realized that before, when I used to do exercise classes at night, I would come home and I'll be like buzzing. So I only exercise in the morning. Exercising once a day and regularly is actually good for sleep, but not at night. If you can avoid it, do not do high intensity kind of exercise at night. You can do light walks at night, but not like high intensity exercises. So if you can avoid it, because it can just overstimulate you before bed. Tip number 5, this is another one about being overstimulated, is that at nighttime, I know that if I go to Bible study at night, or I go out and I hang out with friends, or go out for dinner, I am coming home and I know I'm going to be buzzing. I love people, I love talking to people, but I know when I come home from an event in the evening, I just am buzzing. So I try and limit that, not to have too many nights in a row where I'm coming home, just feeling a bit like overstimulated. But then I just try and do some of those unwinding routine from the first video to just kind of help me to slow down, to kind of help me to unwind. So tip number 6. So this is kind of the opposite of the, stimulating from this exercise and from, going out and talking to friends, is just having one night a week where is in the diary that says go to bed early night. That's what I call it, go to bed early night. So one night a week during the weeknights, I try and schedule a go to bed early night so that I can prioritize being at home, just having a quiet evening, having that ideal quiet routine before bedtime. So that has actually been really helpful because, going from the extremes, you might not be able to do it every night, but at least start with one night where you can try and get into a good routine, and hopefully you can multiply that by 2 nights or 3 nights or 4 nights but at least start with one night. So maybe put it in your diary, having one evening where it says go to bed early night. Okay, tip number 7, which is the last tip. And so this is a tip about having a cool room. So the science have determined that a room about 20 degrees is actually ideal for sleep. So 20 degrees is ideal. So in summertime, you could have an air conditioner in your room or have a fan to cool you down. In the winter time, I guess it's already cool, so you don't need to do that. But I have a friend who loves having the fan on all the time because she finds it quite hot. And that makes sense because in order to get to sleep, you need the temperature to drop to about 20 degrees. And actually having the fan in the background, I love hearing the fan sound as well because that's again a bit of white noise to kind of help distract me, and just to listen to that fan noise, to concentrate on that actually helps me to sleep. But aim for a cool room. If you can, get it down to 20 degrees. Those are all my tips on how to get to sleep. If you have other ones that I haven't covered, then please comment down below, and also comment in the box below which one of these 7 tips you're going to try and give it a go. There is a really good book on sleep. It's called Why We Sleep. So I will link it down below as well. There's something that's really, really helpful to kind of convince me the importance of sleep and to kind of keep working at it and the benefits of sleep. So that's a really, really good book that I'll link down below. Hopefully you have a good day and hopefully you have a good night's sleep tonight. I'll catch you next time. Like and subscribe. Bye. And the 7th tip is having a cool room. So if you have a cool room, actually that helps you to sleep. So the science behind it is that, oh no, I don't know the science. That's not what I was going to say.